Good morning, grade 4. How are all of you today? I hope you're all doing well. Now, for those of you who have missed your Google Meet today, I have made this video for you. So, in our Google Meet today, we did Once in a Village, and our topic for today was the theme of the story. Okay, so we have come to an end of our story, and today we will be learning about the theme, okay, the lesson that is to be learned once you have read the story. Okay, every author has a purpose of writing the lesson, okay, and in this lesson also the author wants to teach us something. So once you have read this lesson, we will be able to identify the theme of the lesson, or the lesson that is going to be learned by us. What message is the author trying to give us? This message we are going to take away with us today. So now, before going into the theme, we need to know the key details. Okay, when you know the key details of a lesson, it is very easy to find the theme. So let's have a look at the key details. Now, we have done key details even in our last class. Okay, we know that the story takes place in a village near a forest. Okay, it's a beautiful forest. Unfortunately, the people in the village, they start increasing, and so they start cutting down trees, right? The effect of cutting down trees is that there was no rain for 5 years. Now, when there was no rain for 5 years, everyone suffered, right? It's very normal. Everyone will suffer. So once everyone started suffering, okay, and 5 years is a really long time, the villagers, they felt sad, they were desperate, okay, and they begged and they prayed for rain. Okay, once they started begging and praying for rain, okay, they all looked up to the sky and they started praying and begging. Finally, we come to know that a silver cloud is formed and it starts raining, right? So once everyone starts praying, okay, the living and the non-living things, all they praise, okay, rise to the sky, and suddenly a silver cloud is formed, and from this cloud, okay, it starts raining. Okay, now once it starts raining, everyone is so happy, everyone is at least relieved, okay, that now the drought is over, their sufferings are over. Okay, so why do you think the author wrote this lesson? Why do you think he writes it? Right, he is writing this lesson to teach us something, isn't it? To teach us something, and this lesson which he wants to teach us is your theme. So let's have a look at the theme. Okay, so the theme of this lesson, okay, is that we should respect and value our natural environment. Okay, so remember, the meaning of theme is that the lesson about life or human nature that the story teaches. So over here it is telling us, okay, that we should respect and value our natural environment. That means the place which we live in. Okay, our environment is all around us. The air we breathe, the water we drink, okay, the trees, everything, the soil, all this is our environment, isn't it? And these things are very important. Without these things, we would not be able to survive. Okay, so we should not take it for granted. In fact, we should respect them. We should learn to value them. Many a times we do not value the air we breathe. But remember, air is something which, if it once goes away, we cannot live, right? A human being cannot live without air. So I'm sure you have watched the movie The Lornax, right? Over there also, people start selling air. Okay, they start selling air. Imagine if a time comes, okay, in the future where we need to buy air. You need to continuously have an oxygen cylinder on your back. Once that cylinder goes, you will die. Okay, so we need to value air. We need to value trees, because trees are the most important source of oxygen, right? Without trees, without plants, where will we be? Water, again, a human being cannot live without water. We can live without food for a few days, but without water, it's going to be difficult, and after a few days we will definitely die, okay, out of dehydration. So these are the basic things in our life that we need, and many a times we do not bother about them, right? We just accept them, that they are there. So we should know the value of these things. So we should stop cutting down trees. We should start planting more trees. Stop wasting water. Okay, I know you are just kids, but you can always do small things that will help you save the environment. For example, don't use a shower. Instead of using a shower or a bathtub, use a bucket, because that way we save more water. You can also conserve water. When it rains, you can collect all that rainwater in big tanks. Usually we just allow it to go away, right? Collect it in big tanks. Don't pollute the air, okay? In case you see people burning around, tell them, don't burn. This is not good for the air, right? Or you can tell your family, okay, not to use firewood. So there are so many small little things that you and I can do, right, to improve our environment. So remember, this is what the author is trying to teach us, okay? So the theme, okay, or the lesson we are learning today is that every one of us, okay, you and me and everyone, should respect and value our natural environment. Clear? So this was what we learned in our Google Meet today. For all those who were absent, you can watch the video and you can do S4. Okay, so that's all for today, and I'll see you next week in the next class. Bye bye.